Hello everyone, we are the Survivor, and today we will go to Chapter 8 and Chapter 9 of Principle of Marketing. And I will go to Chapter 8, which is Product, Service, and Brand. And we will take a look at the objective of today, which is Objective 1, what is a product? Objective 2, product and service decision. Objective 3, service marketing. And Objective 4, branding strategy and building strong brand. So firstly, what is products? Products is anything that can be offered to a market for attention, acquisition, use, or consumption that might satisfy a want or a need. And products include more than just tangible objects such as cars, clothing, or mobile phone. More broadly, service are now a form of product that considers activity, benefit, or satisfaction offered for sale, which we can take a look at example here. Like when you go to a cafe, you don't just want the food and cafe coffee there is good. You only also want the atmosphere there is so great and the servant interact with you is good or bad. And for the planner, we need to think about product and service on three levels. And each level add more customer value. And the most basic level is called customer value, which raises the question: what is the buyer really buying? And at the second level, product planner must turn the core benefit into an actual product. They need to develop product and service feature and design and quality level of brand name and packaging. And finally, product planner must build an augmented product around the core benefit and the actual product by offering additional consumer service and benefit. And we will have four types of consumer product here. Firstly is convenience products, which are consumer product and service that consumer usually buy frequently, immediately, and with minimal comparison and buying effort, which we can take a look at the shampoo a toothpaste. Next on is the shopping product less frequently purchased consumer product and service that consumer compare carefully on sustainability, quality, price, and style. And the next product is specialty products, like consumer products and services with unique characteristic or brand identification, for which a significant group of buyers is willing to make a special purchase effort. And we can example here is a Lamborghini automobile. For example, is a specialty product because buyers are usually willing to travel far, travel great distance to buy one. And the last one is unsold product or like consumer product that the consumer either does not know about or know about but doesn't really care about it. Classic example are the life insurance. Moreover, we will have the industrial product, the product purchased for further processing or for use in conducting a business. Like when you buy a lawnmower, it's used in the house is your consumer product, but when you use it in business landscaping is industrial products. And nowadays, organizational person place an idea also a type of product that can change your mind of buying. Like when your favorite singer use the product that you hate, you will kind of change the way that you hate that product and become loving it more. And I will go to the objective two is product and service decision, which we will have individual products, product line decision, and product mix decision. And And we will talk about individual product decision, which we will go to product attribute, branding, packaging, labeling, and logos, and finally product support service. And we will have a look at product and service attribute. Like when developing a product or service involve defining the benefit that it will offer, this benefit are communicated and developed by product attributes such as quality, feature, and style and design. And we can take an example about the iPhone. First is about the photo quality. Do you want to use this for a long time, or can it be used after a long day, and will be will it durable enough to take damage after a fall or something like that. Moving on is the photo feature, can the iPhone call or do simple tasks, use the AI system in there and guide you to somewhere you don't know. That is the feature. And finally is the photo style and design. Is it beautiful? Is it connect with other thing around you? Is it good enough to put on the desktop? That is about the style and design. Moreover, we will go to the branding. A brand is a name, term, sign, symbol, or design, or a combination of this that identifies the marker or seller of a product or service. And we talk about the packaging. Packaging is the wrapper or the container of the products. And we will have take a look at the both product on the right is good and is nice, prepared that you want to use it, to buy it. But on the second picture on the right is make you feel very lame and you don't really want to buy it. So packaging is very important. And we'll take as a logo. For example, like label and logo range from simple tag attached to product to complex graphics that are part of packaging. Label and brand logos can support the brand positioning and add personality to a brand. In fact, they can become a crucial element in the brand customer connection. And we can take a look at some example here, which is Amazon with A to Z smile, Apple with their logo, Google with their G, and FedEx with their arrow on the E and X. Finally, is product support service happen when customer have question or problem that is solving after the sale. And we're moving on to the product line decision.
Brand at the face of the company, and branding strategies is a practice that every company should carry out carefully because it's more than just coming up with a logo. And the two most important factors that the marketer need to have a deep understanding about when building a brand is brand equity and brand values. Basically, it's about the total influences on customer responses and the total financial value of a company. For example, a company with strength brand equity will offer product that means so much more than the product itself to the customer. For example, the product of Starbucks or Nike or Coca-Cola and or Apple. And when it comes to building strong brand, the company have to have major brand strategy decisions divided by four steps. The first one is brand positioning. Is it to create the ultimate goals of the brand positioning is to create a unique impression for the customer and enable the company to distinguish itself from the other competitor. According to Carlo said, this is the act of designing a company offering an image to occupy a distinctive place in the mind of the target market. And there are three basic level of brand positioning. The third one is the attribute. This is common and anyone can copy. For example, you open a coffee store on the market and everyone can copy it because it's easily replaceable, and you have nothing different than the competitors. The second one is the benefit. This is to offer more value to the customer and take it as your competitive advantages. And this is where almost 99% of the company in the market nowadays head to. And the last one, the first one and the most effective is belief and value. This is when you have created a deep and emotional connection between your product and customer, and that is where you create the brand loyalty. The brand name selection and brand name protection is the second step of these strategies. Selecting a brand name is one of the most important product decisions a seller makes. A brand name reflects the overall product image, positioning, and ideally its benefit too. A successful brand name can enable a product to be meaningfully advertised and distinguished from other competitors, tracked thereby customers, and given legal protection. The name can also name after many kind of inspiration. For example, acronym like H&M, IBM, emotive names like Innocent, compound name like Netflix, or the founder name like Rolls Royce. And the third one is brand sponsorship. And this is an innovative way to boost your brand equity fast and effectively. Uh, Brand sponsorship can be divided to four categories: the manufacturer brand, the private brand, the licensed brand, and the co-brand. And according to the charts sourced by the Institute Group, football is the area that attracts most customer interest in brand sponsorship, followed by food, beer, and wine festival and video game. And as you can see, the logo of sponsor appear in almost everywhere. And this is an innovative way to boost the brand equity of both Manchester City or Barcelona with the sport brand that each collaborate with like Puma or Spotify or Adidas. And this appeared almost everything: the church, the stadium, and the mall. And one notable example of co-brand is the Apple Watch Nike. This is a series Apple Watch and Nike have collaborated to create a product line called Apple Watch Nike, represent an athletic and high-tech spirit, which attracts many customers. And the last one is brand development with four options available. Production line is extension. This is when a brand introduces a product similar to the one that offered already, targeting an existing market. The brand extension. This is when a business seeks to broaden its reach by launching product or service in the new market under the existing name brand. For example, the Disneyland is a highly successful extension of the Disney brand. The multi-brand is when a business launches a new brand name in an existing category apparent with competition itself. For example, Win Group have many brands like Win AI, Win Fast, Win Mart, Wincom, and our final pillar of the brand development is the launch of a new brand where everything is different and new. New logo, new identity, new guideline, new product offering, and new positioning. And when it comes to managing brand, this is the most important task that many managers should master. Brand positioning should be practiced on a regular basis to connect with the demand of the customer. And advertising can help to promote the brand and attract new customers. However, a company's sustainability must depend on the quality of the product and a good marketing strategies. To do so, the board members should regularly evaluate the strengths and weaknesses of the company. And these are the four key factors to building a strong, healthy, and meaningful brand. Thank you.
Moving on next, we have the product line decisions. It is a group of products that a company creates under a single brand. They are usually closely related to each other as they function in a very similar manner. The products are also sold in the same customer group and are marketed to have the same types of outlets or maybe fall within a given price tag. The product lining process is all about the product line length, the number of items in a product line. A good marketer should be able to evaluate the item sales and profit and understand how each item contributes to the line's overall performance. And in terms of length, filling and stretching is what a company can do to expand its product line. To fill the product line means to add some more items within the existing range of the line. And product line stretchings occurs when a company lengthens its product line beyond its current range. And a company can stretch its line downward, upward, or both ways. Now, a company's product mix is all the product lines and items that a particular seller offers for sales. Usually consists of four different factors, including the width, length, depth, and consistency. Services have grown dramatically in the recent years and can vary in many aspects of life. So a good company should be able to know how to take full advantage of what is of that by knowing the natural characteristics of the service. So there are four of them, which is intangibility, inseparability, variability, and perishability. Take, let's take Shopee Food for context. If you order a dish from the platform, although you have the reviews about the providers and the food, you basically have no idea what it would taste like in real life. So it is very intangible. A Shopee Food employee cannot receive orders and get the exact location for the shipping because it wasn't for the platform that provides the information itself. That is inseparability. And each time you make an order, there's basically a different shipper with different attitude going for service. Some might be cheerful and supportive, and some might just be a little bit off the norm. So that's variability. And perishability for Shopee Food means that every time you book an order, you will have to use the service because it cannot be stored for later use. So just like manufacturing businesses, good service firms also use marketing strategies to position themselves strongly in the chosen target market. And let's talk about the service profit chain. It establishes the relationship between profitability, customer loyalty, and customer satisfaction, and productivity as well. So they include five major factors, which is normal service, quality, satisfied and productive service employees, greater service value, satisfied and loyal customer, and finally healthy service profit and long-term growth. Now let's talk about internal marketing. It means that the service firm must orient and motivate its customer contact employees and supporting service people to work as a team to provide the customer satisfaction needed. and marketers must get everyone in the organization to be customer centered. And interactive marketing means that service quality depends really heavily on the quality of the buyer or seller interaction during the service encounter. In product marketing, product quality often depends little on how the product is obtained. Now, to deal with a competitive environment out there, a company must be able to manage their service definition, which is to distinguish the service from similar ones using different methods, along with going for the service itself, increase in the quality, the visual appealing, or user experiences. Then comes the service productivity by using highly skilled employees, increasing the service quality, or applying groundbreaking technology.
Now let's get into Chapter 9, Developing New Products and Managing the Product Lifecycle. In this chapter, there are 4 learning objectives. The first one is New Products Development Strategy. Then the second one, the New Products Developing Process. The third one, Product Lifecycle Strategies. And finally, Additional Products and Service Considerations. Now let's get into the first part. Company usually obtain new products to 2 separate ways. The first one is through acquisition, is to obtaining products from other companies or getting contracts to get allowed to produce the product by themselves or franchising. And another way is to create their own product by themselves. So let's look at the risks that companies might encounter when creating a new product. The first one is QC pass failure. QC stands for quality control. New products usually get into the problems with durabilities, and other elements. The next one is overpriced. It is easily overpriced for new products because it doesn't know where it should stand in the product segments. The third one is poorly advertised. Advertising can go wrong and the product can be flawed. And the next one is non-suitable launching time, such as in a pandemic like COVID-19 or downward trend of economic in the society. And finally, competitors, the one who stop the product to get a substantially high quantity outcomes. So now let's get into an example. This is called a pop-up cameras module, which is released in 2019 in Android smartphone. This got into some problems I have mentioned earlier. The first one is quality control. The durability of this camera is not sustainable at all. And the crucial one is their competitors. Apple has released their iPhone X in 2018 and iPhone 11 in 2019, which get into and take over most of the market share. Now into the second part, product development process. This consists of 8 crucial steps. Now let's get into it. The first one is idea generation. Companies can gather ideas from 3 main sources. The first one is internal, within their company, their staff, their R&D department, or external through the other companies in the market or even their competitors. And the third one is crowdsourcing. See this beautiful Lego structure? This is created by crowdsourcing through a website Lego designed separately just to donating the crowd ideas. And this is proved to be very effective. And the second one is idea screening. As known as the idea reducing stage, there was overflowing of ideas and we must get rid of those we don't need to. And it is run based on a strategy called real win and worth. Is it realistic to produce that product? Is it winnable against other competitors' products? And is it worth to produce it at first? Now, how about concept developing and testing? Concept is where the company showcase their style, their products in the future, how it is look and how it operates. Look at this example. This is a concept called Coder, Soul of Motion, by Mazda, introduced a few years ago. This shows how Mazda are going to look in the future, and this concept has two alternatives. First, just keep the original concept and produce a high-end car to compete with other brands like Mercedes, BMW. Another way to cut out many parts of it and create a low-budget and affordable cars. And Mazda choose the second way to approach. And as a result, they got a winner in World Design that year, and we eventually creating Mazda 3 through the Kodo concept. Now into marketing strategy development. The first one, the first part is targeted market, value proposition, profit goals. Let's take maths that I have mentioned to be the example. The first thing selecting customer, it can be the Mazda lovers or others who love the Kodo design. The value that customer gain, they will gain a very gorgeous car, a very powerful one, and finally earning profit. They have aimed to be in top 10 of the market in Vietnam. Coming to outlining products and market plans, base retailing price have been introduced since the time Mazda 3 came out, and the impact on distributors such as awarding offers make them sell even more to get their KPI. And finally, allocating monies to run advertisement online have been done by them. And finally, we have the planning in the long run. They have future goal to get in top 3 most selling cars in Vietnam in the next 5 years. Now get into business analysis. After all of that being said, every step is encountered, and now we come into business analysis. Is it possible to actually launch the product? And we have to calculate and consider that clearly in this step. And the next step is product development, which is involved in R&D department, where they get the research and develop the concept, such as Mazda Kodo's concept going to Mazda 3 and future planned for Mazda 6 and CX-5 SUV motor. And the testing marketing, we have two types that very reliable. First one is controlled test market, which limited amounts of stores and customer only. Other stimulated test markets, it is a laboratory testing environment. Both have cut out the price and speed up the process. And finally, the last step is to commercialization. This step is where the product is actually launched to the market and for the consumer to buy. And within that step, we must managing new products development. The first step is customer-centered new product development. Everything must go around the customer, their feedbacks, and everything we must receive it and continue to make the products better for them. The team base, we must centralize and make everyone go into the same way, same vision as us. And finally, must systematic the product.
So in this part, I'm gonna talk about the product life cycle strategy. The product life cycle (PLC) consists of 5 stages describing the product sales and profit situation over its lifetime. The 5 stages are product development, introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. I will analyze each stage and the appropriate strategy for them. The first stage is product development. This is when the company finds and invests in developing its idea. This period is quite typical for the companies because despite spending a lot of money, sales are still zero, and of course they have to accept loss. In the next stage, introduction, the main goal of the business is still not profit. Um, every effort of the company is to improve the product and engage consumer. The main marketing strategy for company that are developing products is to build product awareness among consumer and use promotion to anti trials. After successfully passed the aforementioned difficult period, the products will enter the way of growth. Uh, mm, Sales will increase dramatically during this period, and the company income will soon become positive. The maturity state of a product is when it's reached peak sale and profit. Um, I think every company wants to keep its product at this stage for as long as possible, but not all companies can do that. So the last stage in is the decline, in which sale and profit drop, and fewer people are interested in the product. The company mission in that situation is to minimize the loss and renovate the production. So that is the PLC. However, um, I must say that not all products follow the PLC chart. Some of them fail quickly after launch, while the others last long, like Coca-Cola and Budweiser. Of course, they also went into decline, but somehow they circle back to the growth stage. So the product life cycle in style, fashion, and fat are different and special. So I will talk about it in this last session. So style is basic and distinctive mode of expression. It may last for generations. Meanwhile, fashion is currently accepted and popular style in a given field. Fashion tends to grow slowly, remain popular for a while, and then decline slowly. Fad are temporary periods of unusual high sale driven by mm, consumer enthusiasm and immediate product or brand popularity. Example for fast are Pedrox, Furbies, and selfie stick. So here are all our reflection on chapter 8 and 9. I hope you learned something from this video, and we will see you next week.